How is triangulation used in an intimate relationship? Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca P. Fox. I'm a psychotherapist and I'm going to talk you through today the different types of triangulation that are used in intimate relationships. Triangulation in relationships refers to the involvement of a third person or persons to create tension, and it is used as a way to manipulate a partner. If you're someone that has experienced any of these triangulation techniques that I'm going to share with you today, there is a strong indication that you're in a toxic relationship. And this is especially true if it's a reoccurring pattern and you feel like your partner is also very controlling. Triangulation itself is a form of emotional manipulation and control, with one partner using the involvement of others as a way to influence the emotions and behaviours of their significant other. Triangulation is incredibly damaging and it causes an immense amount of trauma, with many people struggling to trust others after they've been a victim of this. It also has a huge impact on someone's mental and emotional health. There are many ways in which triangulation is conducted, and a lot of people don't understand the different degrees in which someone can triangulate you in an intimate relationship. So I'm going to start with the less obvious signs and work my way up to the ones which people believe are more in line with what triangulation is. This sign in particular is one that many don't perceive as triangulation, but when a partner involves a friend or a family member into your relationship, and they do this by discussing and sharing intimate relationship problems with that person instead of discussing it directly with you, what they're actually trying to do here is create conflict. They want to create conflict between you and the friend or family member that they're discussing these intimate details with. When you're with someone who is highly narcissistic, this for them is a tool and a way to prepare that friend or family member as a flying monkey for their future smear campaign, which they're going to carry out against you. What is actually happening here is the narcissist is getting you set up, ready for a discard, and they are preparing these friends and families to have their back when they finally execute that smear campaign. If you're unsure of what this might sound like, it can sound something like this. The toxic partner will say to you, look, I told my best friend about our fight, and they agree with me that you're being unreasonable. So it's time that you changed your behaviour. And what this does, this causes an emotional response within you. And this type of triangulation really does add to the brainwashing that you're probably already being subjected to. Having that idea in your mind that there are other people who agree with your partner based off of your behaviour and your reactions, which are probably reactive and responsive to the toxic behaviour that you're being subjected to, makes you really believe that you are the one that's got the problem here. The next type of triangulation is comparison with an ex-partner. Many people, they don't see this as a form of manipulation, but what the manipulative partner is trying to do here, they're trying to get you to compare yourself to your ex by frequently bringing them up, bringing them into the conversation, into the relationships, claiming that their ex has great positive attributes that you don't have and they've done more than what you have, making you feel like their ex is better than you. They will say something like, my ex never complained about my habits like you do. You should take note and you should stop moaning, because if you want this relationship to last, this is something you're going to need to change. And they will often follow that up with a threat. They will follow it up by saying, you know, I'm really thinking of leaving you. Maybe then I'll find someone who appreciates me more than what you do. And what they're doing here is they're implying that you're someone who nags. You're someone who's unappreciative of what it is they do for you, even though in reality, they probably do nothing because you're in a one-sided toxic relationship. Now, the question that you should really be asking yourself here is, well, if their ex was that amazing, why aren't they still with them? Because you see, manipulators know that comparison fuels someone's desire to change. So by using this tactic, it's a no-brainer for them. It's a way to add to that level of control and manipulation that you're being subjected to. So what I say to this is call their bluff. Call their bluff and let them go. The next type of triangulation is emotional infidelity. Emotional infidelity is also known as emotional cheating or an emotional affair, and it refers to a situation in which one partner is in a committed romantic relationship and they develop a deep emotional connection with someone outside of the relationship. While there may not be any physical intimacy involved, emotional infidelity can be just as damaging and hurtful as physical infidelity. When someone uses this form of triangulation, they make it clear to their partner that someone else is meeting their needs. This often happens with a co-worker. It's not uncommon when someone's emotional needs aren't being met to seek them elsewhere. However, I do want to point out that really is no excuse to cheat. If you're not happy in the relationship and you can't get a resolve with your partner, then you leave. When you're dealing with a manipulator, what they will do is make it clear that they have interest from someone else at work by openly telling you that they feel like you're never there for them, but their co-worker is, and their co-worker understands them. When this is being expressed to you, I want you to understand that this is part of the triangulation process, and what they're doing is they're using it as a way to control and change your behaviour based off your jealousy and your need for validation, because you will want to strengthen your bond with your partner knowing that someone else potentially can do that. This is what is going to trigger you into behaving jealous, into becoming a bit crazy, into becoming someone that, dare I say, is desperate to please their partner at all costs so they don't follow through and cheat on you. So now I'm going to talk about the most known type of triangulation, which is also known as love triangles. When these exist, your partner engages in flirtatious and romantic behavior with another person in order to make you jealous. They want to make you jealous and they want to make you very insecure in the relationship, because they know full well what happens when you feel insecure in a relationship, and that is that you're going to go crazy. You're going to change your behavior and you're going to become the person that's got a problem, dare I say, or at least that is what they want you to believe. It can start with your partner flirting with others at a party, knowing full well that you're watching, hoping for a reaction and a response. Triangulation is just so damaging to an intimate relationship, because what it does ultimately is it erodes trust. It removes someone's ability to communicate clearly and effectively, and it destroys any emotional intimacy that you perhaps once had. When you're talking about having a healthy relationship, we're talking about being able to be open and direct when it comes to communicating with your partner, when it comes to addressing any concerns or issues that you might have. But when triangulation is present, this cannot happen. And it's crucial that you don't ignore this. If you're with someone who is highly narcissistic, their behavior is not likely to change. And it will be down to you to make that decision whether you want to accept this abusive behavior or not, because triangulation is abuse. So if any of these signs of triangulation spoke to you and you could resonate with them, I want you to let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit my like button, subscribe to my channel for more around this topic. And of course, if you know anyone that needs to hear this, please share.